Hi, I'm John Humphreys, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Major Kyle Oliver. I'm ThunderBird 5, the team's lead solo.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, I am in my third year now on the team. With COVID in 2020, we basically kind of hit the reset button, pretended that year didn't happen. So starting my third season now, and super excited to be wrapping up my time here on the team. The beginning of that season. Born into the Air Force family, joined myself right out of college from The Ohio State University. Off to pilot training. I flew the F-22 operationally for about 6 years before joining the team in 2019.
Wow, so, what's your favorite part about being a Thunderbird?
I would say my favorite part about this job is definitely the people. We get to spend so many weekends each year on the road. Basically every weekend between mid-March and November, we're on the road at a show site across the country, and you get to meet just the most outstanding people. We get to show what we do. We get to go out and recruit, retain, and inspire each and every weekend, and meet a great group of people.
Wow. So if you don't mind me asking, I noticed that your 5 looks kind of upside down. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, as the lead solo, I spend so much time on my show flying around inverted that they put the number on the airplane upside down so that all the pictures from the ground, it looks right side up. And that tradition is carried forth for about the last 40 years. And we put it upside down everywhere. We put it upside down on my uniform, on all of our brochures, and even when I'm signing autographs, the 5 goes on there upside down.
Wow, so what's your favorite maneuver to perform while you're doing an air show?
Oh man, I would say my favorite maneuver is the sneak pass. There's not a lot of other opportunities in any kind of aviation to get that close to the ground, going that fast, to have that kind of impact on people. So that one's a lot of fun for me.
Wow. So what was the process like getting into the whole Thunderbirds?
I would say my journey to becoming a Thunderbird started when I was probably younger than even your age. Like I said, my dad was in the Air Force, so I kind of always assumed I would join, but I didn't know what I would do or how to do that. I remember very distinctly the Dayton Air Show in the summer of 2005. I had always kind of gone, fighter jets look pretty cool. Maybe I'd want to go fly those. And I was entering my senior year of high school, and I said, you know what, get realistic. Everybody wants to be a fighter pilot. You got to grow up at some point and pick something realistic. But I saw the team fly that summer, and I went that day, no, that's something I'm going to work towards to make happen. So I kind of dedicated myself from there on. I went to The Ohio State University and did the Reserve Officer Training Corps program there to get my degree as well as my commission into the Air Force. And from there, worked really hard through pilot training to get the fighter of my dreams, the F-22, and then working towards my application for joining the team here.
So for you personally, when you fly, do you like the F-22 better or the F-16?
I think the talking points say I'm supposed to say the F-16 is the biggest, baddest thing, but I'm a Raptor guy at heart, so I'm always going to miss that airplane. I miss having those 2 big old engines. The thrust vectoring and the flight controls of that airplane are second to none, so I miss that airplane. But for what we do with it, for flying in close formation, for putting on an air show, this F-16 is a pretty cool machine.
So you must fly a lot being in the Thunderbirds. When you keep flying over and over, does it ever get a little bit repetitive?
Definitely not. So while we fly the same demonstration each and every day, and during the winter training season especially, we're flying that same routine 2 to 3 times a day. No one of them is ever the same, and none of them are ever perfect. So we are flying each and every one of our training missions, and even each and every one of our shows, with the idea of making the next one better. So we spend each and every day, probably twice as long as the show is, debriefing that show, figuring out how we can do it better the next day.
Wow. What is your favorite tip that you would like to give to young people wanting to become a Thunderbird?
Yeah, I'd say the thing I usually try to leave people with, especially young groups at school visits and things like that, is kind of that part of my story. I told myself going into my senior year of high school that I needed to grow up and get realistic and pick a different job, that not everybody can go be Tom Cruise from Top Gun, right? So I nearly told myself no. And I would say that's my biggest point, is never tell yourself no. Pick a goal, set lofty goals, and work really hard towards them, and you never know, they might just work out. So.
Wow. And my last question for you is, if you could jump in a time machine right now, go back and tell your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Oh man, that's a good one. I haven't heard that one before. I think it would be the same thing, to work really hard. There's going to be setbacks along the way. My path to this job did not work out the way I had designed. I had to switch my majors in college, and I gave up a scholarship to make that happen. So there's going to be bumps along the road, but set really lofty goals and work really hard towards them.
Well, thank you so much.
I appreciate it, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and don't forget to have fun at Sun and Fun.